That's Keanu Reeves, box office legend, action icon, and also the man who gives up his seat on the subway. While the rest of Hollywood installs ego in their contracts, he's on the 6 train. Keanu Charles Reeves, born in Beirut, raised in Toronto, dropped out of high school, moved to Los Angeles, and inside a decade became one of the most recognizable humans on the planet. Point Break, Speed, The Matrix, 3 franchises that defined an era. And through all of it, not one whisper of a diva moment.
He's very generous with his time, commitment, and his ideas. I think he's one of those collaborative people I've ever worked with.
Every single person who has worked with him says the same thing. Not one dissenting voice in 30 years. In Hollywood, that's basically impossible.
I was just so happy to be on set with Keanu again after 10 years when we met for the first time, you know, when...
How long did you've done 3 films?
This is our 3rd film together. We met when we were shooting Knock Knock.
I'm grateful for it every day. And I also feel like it's kind of, there's something really special. I don't know, it feels like a full circle for me and Keanu.
Barely spoke English. Keanu showed her the same warmth then as he does now. That's not a PR strategy. That's just the man. Let's start with the Rolexes, because this is where Keanu permanently separates himself from every other A-lister alive.
Keanu took the 4-man stunt crew out to dinner, and he gifted them with personalized Rolexes.
What? Wow.
Yeah, there's engraving on the back reading the John Wick 5 with a thank you to each of the guys. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Keanu's raised the bar for coworkers.
Yeah, exactly.
Coworker gifts.
$8,000 each, personalized. To the stunt guys, the people most films treat as furniture. Keanu took them to dinner and handed out Rolexes like it was nothing. But the Rolexes weren't even his biggest act of generosity. On The Devil's Advocate, he voluntarily took a pay cut, surrendering millions of his own salary, so the studio could afford to cast Al Pacino.
For about 2 months, hanging out with lawyers, going to court, working on an accent. I did some movement exercises just for the guy. And so by the time I got to the film, I was just ready.
Pacino got to do all that prep because Keanu quietly gave up the money to make it happen. Didn't announce it, didn't ask for credit, just did it. Then came The Matrix, and what Keanu did for that crew makes the Rolexes look like a tip jar. He distributed $75 million of his own back-end profits to the special effects and costume teams, people who never see that kind of money, people no one outside the industry even knows the names of. That's who Keanu thought of. Here's the thing about Keanu, his generosity isn't reserved for people with IMDb pages. It's for everyone, literally everyone he comes across.
Broke down like in this very posh area of Beverly Hills. And there was a cafe and all of these people are sitting out there and the cars were honking. Nobody would help me. Then all of a sudden this guy comes up with his sunglasses and motorcycle helmet. And I knew immediately it was Keanu Reeves. And I, of course, was like freaking out. And he, do you need some help? And I'm like, sure. So I thought he was going to get into the car. I got behind the car to push. He said, no, I'm going to push you out of the street. You get in.
She was freaking out. He got behind the car and started pushing. And the moment bystanders saw who was doing it, suddenly everybody wanted to help. $1998, no smartphones, no one filming to post it. A photographer happened to catch it. Keanu, sitting with a homeless man in West Hollywood, sharing his food, having a conversation. No audience, no reason to perform.
From my experience prior to that, in the past, however, each situation is different. So, depending on how you advance, some people decide to go there without their bags. Yeah. The people who can unload the bags won't be here for 3 hours. But the vans will be here in an hour. So if you want to hit the road and then deal with your bags later, or deal with customer service and get it delivered, maybe.
His flight was diverted. Most celebrities disappear into first class and call their assistant. Keanu got on the mic, organized the ground transport, and delivered a calm geography lecture about Bakersfield. Angelic behavior, literally. Keanu's relationship with fans is something else entirely. He doesn't do the half-hearted wave and keep walking. He stops, he engages, he makes people feel like the only person in the room.
Jay, Utah. What's happening? So they threw me out here. Sorry to,
I'm gonna cry again.
Please. Anyway, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me, jump out here. I'll let you guys close up.
Comic-Con 2022. The room went absolutely berserk. And watch his face. He's not performing gratitude. He's genuinely taken aback by it. After 30 years, he still can't quite believe people feel this way about him.
I'm a big fan.
What's your name?
Noah. My name is Noah.
Hi, Noah. I'm Keanu.
You're probably my favorite actor in the whole world.
Oh my gosh,
You're the
Noah,
best.
thank you. Do you draw?
Yeah, I draw. I could do like a quick little sketch of Spider-Man.
Let's do it. You want black, red, or silver?
Red.
Nice. Thank you.
It was nice seeing you.
You too. Nice to meet you, young man.
He sat down and drew Spider-Man with a kid fan on the spot. No handler telling him to move on. Just a man and a boy and a pencil.
Walking the streets of the future is really going to be breathtaking.
You're breathtaking!
A fan held up a sign. He didn't just acknowledge it, he fired it right back and included the whole crowd. That's not a PR move. That's just Keanu operating at his natural frequency. A Reddit user's uncle bumped into Keanu at a restaurant, mentioned his mom had a crush on him. Keanu asked, "Do you have a phone?" Then called her a complete stranger's grandmother on a Tuesday. The real test of any celebrity's character isn't what they do in public, it's how they treat people when the cameras are on the movie, not on them. And here, the testimony is overwhelming.
One of the first couple scenes of Keanu and I worked together on, I said something, would you like me to try this or that? And he looked at me, and it was like somebody, he didn't do it because we were too far away, but it was almost like he put his hand on my arm. He said, "No, man, you just do your thing. I'll figure it out." And I just remember feeling it in here, like, wow, that was really gentle and sweet.
He's the star of the film. He offered to work around someone else. In an industry where stars routinely make junior cast members wait in the rain, Keanu reorganizes himself.
He never had one fit on the set. He never had one transfer, and he always came out of his trailer on time. I've worked with actor. Yeah, he's very professional.
I would say the most givingest thing is honestly it's commitment, trust, and time. Like he treats everyone like a professional.
On time, every day, no tantrums. In 30 years, the bar's theoretically low, but apparently almost no one clears it.
Oh, super nice guy, super cool. I actually met him many years ago when I belonged to several of these charity organizations. The organization invited him, and I was the host. He came to Hong Kong, and we had dinner. And of course, our connection through films, he worked with Yuan Ping, Matrix, and the fact that they told me they watch a lot of my films, it opens you up, to feeling comfortable. But working with Keanu, I know that he's well-trained, he trains a lot, and he has all these experience, and I know that I'm in safe hands.
Donnie Yen, a man who does not impress easily, calling Keanu safe hands. That's the highest compliment in action cinema.
I don't have the kind of, skill set that Keanu has. Keanu's has a masterful understanding of action. And I've seen him grow, in the last 20 years. His way of doing it is, I'm in awe of it.
Yeah, but you got a flavor.
I'm kind of like, I might hurt somebody by accident, right?
20 years, she's still in awe, and she trains with him. Now, Keanu's generosity with money and time is remarkable. But there's one story that lives in a different category entirely, the broken knee.
Well, I was shooting a scene, and then I was going back to the dressing room, which was at a residence, and they had a carpet laid down. And then there was a little section, and then I caught my foot, and I started to fall, and then I spiked my left knee. Like, bang, just spiked it, and my left fella went like this.
Oh!
And my kneecap, I had a vertical break. It didn't break the top and bottom.
A vertical break? I've never heard of this.
He fractured his knee on set, mid-production, and he kept going.
He had some bad fortune on set. Yes, he broke his kneecap. He fell down, like going back to his dressing room or something. He persevered. We finished most of his stuff, and then we had to come back a little bit later, wait till his leg healed to film some stuff where he needed to move around a little more. But we got it all done, and he's all healed. He was always just like, I'm fine, let's go. Like anytime I brought it up, I could tell he didn't want to. Obviously something was wrong. He broke his kneecap, but he just wanted to shoot. The guy wants to shoot. He wants to make a movie. He loves making movies, and his favorite part is when the camera's rolling.
His director, Aziz Ansari, used the word angelic, and Keanu's response was to make a joke about protecting Aziz's career. He fractured a bone, and his first thought was for someone else.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Right on.
For the record, that's a quote from his own film. He quoted himself at his own injury. Genuinely one of the most Keanu things that has ever happened. At this point, you might be thinking, yes, his co-stars love him. But what about actual legends? People with nothing to gain from flattering Keanu Reeves?
Learns quickly. You see the stuff that I love Keanu's work. Like, look, I grew up with Keanu. You see Speed, you see The Matrix, and also what they did with the Wick franchise. And looking at that, you're saying, like, look at how they captured the tone from that and how, that ability and charisma. I admire that stuff. Like, and Keanu, what he does with Wick and what they've done with that franchise is very impressive. I know what it takes to do that stuff. So I always call him, I'm like, hats off, man. Hats off. And I dig those movies. I really love it.
Tom Cruise, one of the most guarded, calculated people in Hollywood, heard the name Keanu and just started talking. That's not politeness, that's respect.
He said, "You are the man that every man aspires to be." How does that make you feel?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He said it to us.
Well, he's very kind and he's very generous, and it speaks to his beautiful heart, and the man is a creative genius.
Jim Carrey called him the man every man aspires to be, and Keanu's response was to immediately compliment Jim Carrey back. You simply cannot catch this man accepting a compliment. Before we close, 2 quick ones that tell you everything you need to know.
Uh-oh, Keanu Reeves' bike just got run over.
Keanu, some lady ran into your bike, Keanu.
If there's any issue, I have her information. We can work it out later.
All right, here we go.
Someone reversed into his beloved motorcycle, argued it was his fault, got combative. His condition for letting it go? If my bike starts, we're done. It started. They shook hands. He walked away.
Vinny, where are you? You got a minute, Ken? I'm going to show you something. No, one thing. You send it to him, okay?
Yo, give me an address.
That's Vinny. You got the address? Give him the address. You don't have it.
I texted you.
All right, I put it on your phone. Love you, kid. Take care of yourself.
He gave directions to a paparazzo, called him kid, told him he loved him. Keanu Reeves, everyone. In an industry built on image management, Keanu Reeves somehow became the most beloved person in it by doing the exact opposite of managing his image. He gives his money away. He shows up on time. He draws Spider-Man with kids. He pushes strangers' cars. He quotes himself at his own broken bones. Aziz Ansari called it angelic behavior. Jim Carrey called him the man every man aspires to be. Tom Cruise just started talking, and every single person who has ever worked with him, every single one, says exactly the same thing.
He's the real thing.
And here's the proof. Like and subscribe. And Keanu, if you're watching, keep being exactly this.